Have you ever heard of a movie that tells the intense and haunting story of a hitman battling both his enemies and his own fading memory? That film is Memory, released in 2022, directed by Martin Campbell, and based on the novel Zaak Alzheimer. With Liam Neeson in the lead role, alongside Guy Pearce and Monica Bellucci, the movie dives into a dark world of crime, corruption, and the fragile line between justice and vengeance. Not only did Memory bring audiences gripping performances, but it also sparked discussions despite its struggles at the box office. Today, we'll take a closer look at the film, revisit the cast and where they are now, explore its box office performance, and walk through the powerful storyline to better understand the value and meaning this movie leaves behind. Before diving into the film's box office and storyline, let's take a closer look at the talented cast that brought Memory to life. Each actor not only played a pivotal role in shaping the narrative, but also left their own mark on the movie's emotional weight. So, let's meet them one by one. Leading the story is Liam Neeson as Alex Lewis, a contract killer who is slowly losing his grip on reality because of early-onset Alzheimer's. His character is torn between the instincts of a professional assassin and the fragility of a man whose memory is slipping away. Neeson captures this conflict with intensity, showing both strength and vulnerability. Born in 1952, Neeson was 70 years old when filming Memory in 2022. And today he is 73. Despite mixed reviews of the film, his performance reminded audiences why he remains one of the most recognizable action stars of our time. Next, we have Guy Pearce as Vincent Serra, an FBI agent dedicated to fighting child exploitation. Vincent represents law, morality, and persistence in a world filled with corruption. Pearce's calm yet determined presence balances Neeson's unstable and desperate character, creating a compelling clash between two men on very different paths but often drawn toward the same truth. Born in 1967, Pearce was 55 years old during filming, and he is 58 today. His performance brought credibility and emotional weight to the FBI side of the story. Then there's Monica Bellucci as Devana Seelman, the powerful and corrupt businesswoman who manipulates everyone around her to protect her son and her empire. She embodies privilege, control, and ruthlessness, with elegance and menace combined. Bellucci turned Devana into one of the most memorable villains in Liam Neeson's later filmography. Born in 1964, Bellucci was 58 years old when Memory was filmed, and today she is 61. Her performance showed once again her ability to play complex and commanding roles that leave a strong impression. Harold Torres plays Detective Hugo Marquez, a Mexican police officer who initially works with the FBI but later reveals his own moral compass in surprising ways. His loyalty, choices, and eventual actions play a key role in how the film concludes. Torres delivers a grounded performance that highlights the tension between official justice and personal vengeance. Born in 1991, Torres was 31 years old during filming, and today he is 34. Taj Atwal takes on the role of Special Agent Linda Amistad, one of Vincent Serra's closest partners in the FBI. Her character stands out for being sharp, resourceful, and decisive, especially in the film's ending, where her choices shape the fate of Devana Seelman. Atwal's performance added freshness and balance to the cast, proving she could hold her own alongside seasoned stars. Born in 1987, Atwal was 35 years old when filming began, and she is 38 today. Another standout is the late Ray Stevenson as Detective Danny Mora. At first, Mora seems to be a reliable officer, but he is later revealed to be deeply corrupt and working under Devana's influence. His betrayal adds a shocking twist to the story, showing how corruption can infiltrate even law enforcement. Stevenson delivered his role with intensity and weight, reminding audiences of his screen presence. Born in 1964, Stevenson was 58 years old during filming. Sadly, he passed away in 2023 at the age of 59, leaving behind a legacy of strong and memorable performances. Josh Taylor plays Randy Seelman, Devana's reckless son whose crimes and immorality ignite the central conflict of the story. Randy represents privilege without accountability, and his actions bring destruction not only to himself but also to everyone around him. While a secondary character, his presence drives the narrative forward. Born in 1993, Taylor was 29 years old when the film was released, and today he is 32. And finally, we have Mia Sanchez as Beatriz Leon, the young girl whose life becomes the turning point of Alex Lewis' moral awakening. Beatriz symbolizes innocence in a world of violence and corruption. Though her role is small, It is essential to the film's emotional core, as her tragedy is what pushes Alex to defy his employers. Born in 2008, Sanchez was only 14 years old when she appeared in Memory, and today she is 17, a promising young actress at the beginning of her career. So, that's the cast, a blend of legendary actors and rising talents who gave depth and energy to Memory. But how did all of this translate to numbers at the box office? Let's take a look at how the film performed financially, both in the United States and around the world. Released in the United States on April 29, 2022, Memory entered theaters with a modest start. On its opening weekend, the film grossed around $3.1 million United States dollars, which positioned it within the middle range of new releases that week. As the weeks went on, the movie reached a domestic total of about $7.3 million United States dollars across the United States and Canada. International markets contributed another $6.7 million United States dollars, bringing the worldwide total to approximately $14 million United States dollars. While these numbers may not sound groundbreaking compared to blockbuster standards, they reflect the film's niche appeal as a neo-noir action thriller led by Liam Neeson, who has a loyal global audience. Diving deeper into the demographics, the audience was primarily male, making up 51% of ticket buyers. What's more, this was a film that strongly appealed to older viewers, with 84% of the audience over the age of 25, and nearly half of them over 45. This data highlights how the movie resonated most with mature fans of crime thrillers. However, despite a steady start, the film's momentum slowed quickly. In its second weekend, revenue dropped to just $1.4 million United States dollars, causing Memory to fall out of the top 10 at the box office soon after. So, while financially the film did not reach blockbuster success, its true strength lies in the story it tells and the moral dilemmas it presents. And that brings us to the heart of the movie. Beyond the numbers, the real weight of Memory is found in its powerful storyline. Let's walk through the dramatic plot that makes this film so unforgettable. At the center of the story is Alex Lewis, played by Liam Neeson. Alex is a contract killer living in Mexico, but he's slowly losing control of his mind due to early-onset Alzheimer's. He takes jobs from a powerful businesswoman, Devana Seelman. One day, he's assigned to kill a man in El Paso, Texas, a place tied to his past, where his own brother now suffers from severe Alzheimer's in a nursing home. Alex completes the first hit on Ellis Van Camp, a builder for the Texas Central Processing Facility, and even steals a flash drive from his safe. But when he learns his next target is a young girl named Beatriz Leon, he refuses, because for Alex, children are strictly off-limits. Meanwhile, FBI agent Vincent Serra, from the Child Exploitation Task Force, is also in El Paso. During a sting operation, he tries to bring down a sex trafficker known as Papa Leon. But the mission goes wrong. Papa Leon takes Beatriz hostage, and Vincent is forced to kill him. Beatriz is sent to a group home for safety, but unfortunately, Alex's world and Vincent's world collide when Beatriz becomes the target. Alex spares her life, but another hitman, Mauricio, carries out the murder instead. When Alex discovers her death on the news, guilt consumes him. Things spiral further after a shootout with Mauricio, where Alex survives but an innocent woman is killed. With his memory slipping and enemies closing in, Alex sets his sights on exposing the truth. Digging into the stolen flash drive, Alex uncovers horrifying footage. Devana's son, Randy Seelman, sexually assaulting Beatriz. Randy's world begins to crumble, but before he can escape, Alex hunts him down at a yacht party and kills him. Just as the FBI close in, badly wounded and struggling with memory lapses, Alex retreats to an abandoned bakery once owned by his father. He manages to slip evidence to Vincent and his team, even as Devana's influence spreads through corrupt police. Eventually, Alex infiltrates Devana's penthouse in a desperate attempt to end her reign. But he's captured by Detective Danny Mora, revealed to be on Devana's payroll. Even from custody, Alex refuses to give up. His mind may be fading, but his determination isn't. He mails the FBI a critical flash drive linking Devana to the cover-up. Tragically, his condition worsens, and in his final moments, he tries to point Vincent toward the truth by spelling the word Berry, a clue leading back to the bakery, where more damning evidence is hidden. Soon after, Alex is gunned down. Vincent recovers the recording of Devana threatening Van Camp, but legal authorities dismiss it as insufficient to prosecute. It seems Devana has escaped justice once again, but in a powerful twist, Detective Hugo Marquez takes matters into his own hands. He murders Devana, silencing her for good. In the end, Vincent and agent Linda Amistad learn of her death through a news report. As they watch, Vincent realizes Linda gave him an alibi, allowing justice, in its own brutal way, to finally be served. With the story now complete, it's time to step back and look at what memory truly leaves behind: its themes, its performances, and the questions it raises long after the credits roll. Despite its $14 million worldwide box office, far from blockbuster status, the film carries a weight that numbers alone cannot capture. Critics may have given it mixed to negative reviews, but at its core, Memory is less about commercial success and more about exploring deeply human themes. The story confronts morality head-on: a hitman who draws the line at killing children, even when his criminal world demands otherwise. It dives into corruption, showing how wealth and power can manipulate justice at every level. And most poignantly, it portrays the devastating impact of memory loss, not just as a medical condition, but as a force that strips away identity, leaving behind fragments of who a person once was. Liam Neeson anchors the film with a performance that balances brutal intensity with heartbreaking vulnerability. His portrayal of Alex Lewis is both terrifying and tragic, a man whose deadliest enemy is his own mind. Guy Pearce as Vincent Serra provides the perfect counterbalance, embodying justice, persistence, and empathy. Monica Bellucci adds elegance and menace as Devana Seelman, while the supporting cast, Harold Torres, Taj Atwal, Ray Stevenson, Josh Taylor, and Mia Sanchez, all contribute depth and texture to a story driven by betrayal, guilt, and retribution. Memory may not have conquered the box office, but it delivers a dark and thought-provoking narrative. It reminds us that the hardest battles are not always fought with guns or fists. Sometimes the greatest struggle is within ourselves, against the slow erosion of memory and the choices we must make before everything slips away. Thank you for watching this deep dive into Memory. If you enjoyed the breakdown, from cast to box office, and the full storyline, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned, because more explorations of your favorite films are on the way.